Good morning, dear students. Here is Mrs. Atika Al-Omari, your math teacher, and today we're going to continue practicing our problem solving lesson. Okay, we're going to solve problems using the four operations, which are, yes, addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication. And we've known that addition and subtraction are inverse operations. Multiplication and division are inverse operations too. Okay, let's go. First of all, I want you to get your notebook and your pencil ready in front of you so that we can warm up and get our brains in gear. Let's go. First of all, in front of you are some multiplication and division problems. You're going to copy the questions and answer them on your notebook, please. These questions must be answered mentally. Don't put the factors or the dividend and divisor in the long form of division or multiplication. Don't put 40 above the 9 and solve. You can do it mentally. Try to get the answers as fast as you can. Write them on your notebook. Pause the video till you answer them all, and then continue to find out the answers. Remember that we've learned when we multiply numbers that are multiples of 10, which means that they have zeros, we will put all the zeros of the factors to the right of the answer. So 40 times 9, we will put the 0 of the 40 at right, and then we will find 4 times 9, write the answer at the left of the 0. For division, it's the opposite way. If there are zeros in the divisor and in the dividend, we will cross out equal number of zeros from the dividend and from the divisor, and then we will put the remaining zeros in the dividend at the right of the answer, which means, in other way, we are subtracting the number of zeros in the dividend minus the number of zeros in the divisor, and we write the zeros left over. So 360 divided by 40, we will cross out a 0 from the 40 and a 0 from 360. So we will be left with 36 divided by 4, which is 9. Let's see the answers now. Here you are. 40 times 9 is 360. 20 times 90 is 1800. You will notice that the questions in the multiplication side and the questions on the division side, they are parts of the same fact families, which means that they are going back. 40 times 90 is 360, and we will find that 360 divided by 40 equals 9. These two questions or these two facts are parts of the same fact family. This let us conclude that multiplication and division are inverse operations. And an inverse operation is the operation that we can use to check our answers, or it's the operation that undoes the other operation. So division undoes the effect of multiplication, and multiplication undoes the effect of division. Okay, now let's dig into problem solving. I want you to watch the following video, kids, and take notes, please. Take notes on your notebook. So now after we have taken notes, and I suppose that you've taken notes in on your notebook about the steps of solving a problem, we're going to get started in examples. Okay. Judy and her dog run on the beach every morning. They run 8 kilometers daily. If they have been running for 35 days now, how many kilometers have they already run? So, as we've learned, first of all, we have to identify the problem, which means that we have to read it carefully one time, then read it second time and highlight the important information before we start solving. So, identifying the problem. They run 8 kilometers. This is the first important information. if they have been running for 35 days. 35 days is the second important information. And what is asked is how many kilometers have they already run? The word kilometers must be there in the answer because the question says how many kilometers. Don't forget that. Okay, how do we solve the problem now? First of all, we will ask ourselves what is asked. The total distance in kilometers ran by Judy and her dog. The second thing, what is given? What information do we have between our hands? 8 kilometers daily, 35 days. Now, to develop a solution and to evaluate it, we have to find the mathematical operations that is suitable to solve the problem. What is the operation to be used? It's multiplication. Why multiplication? Because we have 8 kilometers repeated for 35 days. It's the same 8 kilometers, the same number repeated 35 times. Instead of saying 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 35 times, we will say 8 times 35 so that we can find the answer. Now we're going to write the number sentence. 35 times 8 equals n, which is the information that we need to find. Now this is the number sentence that we need to evaluate. N is the unknown value. Now perform the operation and write the complete answer. We've learned how to multiply two-digit numbers by one-digit number. 35 times 8, 8 times 5 equals 40. So we put a 4 above the tens and a 0 under the ones. Now 8 times 3 is 24, plus 4 is 28, so the answer is 280 kilometers, which is the total distance ran by Judy and her dog in 35 days. Now, this is another question. Copy it on your notebook and follow the steps to answer it. Each sack of rice costs 1,250. How much will a retailer pay for 20 sacks? How much will a retailer pay for 20 sacks? Remember, when we repeat the same number several times, we can use multiplication. Second thing, remember that the question says how much will a retailer pay. So pay, the word pay, tells us that the answer must have the unit of the currency. So identify the problem, develop a solution, evaluate, which means solve it, and then assess your answer, write it in the complete way. Another question. Copy it, read it by yourself, and write the answers on your notebook. Have a good time, kids. And tomorrow, I will provide you with some structures for problems relating to addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication. Have a good day. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the lesson.